Good evening, everyone. You're watching ABP Live. My name is Sachin Ved, and today we have a special guest with us. MFN 11 is coming, and tomorrow is a big day. With us, the most famous Aisha and Krishna Shroff. Very welcome to ABP Live.
Thank you so much. Thank
So,
you.
my first question to you: this MFN 11 now, and we have seen a great season from last couple of years. How do you see this season?
Well, absolutely looking forward to tomorrow night. We've got some incredible fighters on our card and a lot of new talent that has been discovered through MFN contenders and who are making their pro debuts tomorrow night. A lot of very well known Indian MMA veterans fighting
Right.
as well. So it's going to be a wonderful night of fights for sure.
Mixed martial arts has a very important role for if we talk about physical fitness and all. And in India, it's growing, and due to this, it's people following this. How do you see this?
Yeah, absolutely. It's not just growing in India, but it's the fastest growing sport in the world today globally. I urge everyone to, give it a shot at some point in their life because, I can speak from my own experience. Just a little practice of mixed martial arts has given me such a discipline, that I didn't necessarily have in my early teenage years. And also as a woman, it gives you confidence. It's always good to know that you're able to protect yourself in today's world.
Right, right. And we have a different categories in FFN, lightweight categories, and also can you please elaborate for our viewers what categories we're gonna see this matches?
We have the flyweight category, we
Right.
have the bantamweight, we have the featherweights, lightweights, and for the first time, we have a title fight at the welterweight category.
That's great.
Yeah.
And if we talk about mixed martial arts, how the idea came from? It's been a longer years. It started its 11th season. What's the reason behind to start the MFN, the whole journey till now?
Well, my children were both into martial arts when they were very young, 4 years old, and Krishna was even tinier back then because she would follow everything her brother did. So Tiger has made an identity for himself in the film business as an action hero, and being a martial artist himself has given him an edge over everybody else in this field. And he's a very big-hearted fellow, and he always had a dream to be able to give back in some way. And Krishna has been a fan of MMA, I don't know, for years and years now. And one day we were just chatting, all of us together, and we said, there's so many brilliant fighters in our country. They haven't had, the ability to show themselves to
Right.
the rest of the world and show the world what we can do here in India. So we decided that we should come up with our own MMA promotion, and MFN was born.
Krishna, how do you see India's growth in mixed martial art? As we see, it's a very popular game in overseas. How do you see India's growth?
It's massive. Also, we're one of the largest populations, if not the largest population in the world today. So there are a lot of eyeballs to expose this to, and we're extremely excited to bring this concept to our country. And just through our shows, through each one of them, we've seen so much evolution in the fighters and their skill set. And the way they're able to now stand up to guys from all across the globe.
Your whole family is super fit, and people love watching your Instagram reels and all. What's the secret behind your super fit body? I just want to know that.
I think for me personally, because everyone's journey is different, I've just learned to make it a lifestyle. And I think once it becomes a lifestyle, it's not something you're thinking about. It's just, autopilot mode. I believe when you overthink things, that's when you kind of mess it up. So for me, I wake up every day and, eating right, eating good foods to fuel my body, going to the gym, putting that hour in or those 2 hours in a 24-hour day to better myself is not something I give much thought to. It's just natural now.
Tiger is also a very fitness enthusiast, and all love them, Indian people. And he's also doing mixed martial arts in his films. So, in home, who more fight? I mean, Krishna and Tiger. If you talk about you know very well.
Do they fight?
No, I mean in like a fun way, like yeah.
No, when they were kids, yes, there was a lot of that
And I
happening.
will say that he is the only one. I mean, there are many people, but he definitely can get under my skin a lot more than anyone else in this world.
That's true.
So we in this, especially this MFN 11, Indian contenders also there and overseas contenders also. How do you see this? Because it's a big match coming up tomorrow, and there is a lot of challenge for Indian players also. How do you see this? Because it's a tough competition.
It's definitely a tough competition. I think I'm going to give this question to Krishna to answer because she will give you more technical background on this.
So in the co-main event, we have John, who's representing Ireland, fighting against Shrikant, who represents India. John is a great ambassador for the sport. He embodies a true martial artist, both in and outside of the cage. Shrikant, on the other hand, also John, he's a very exciting prospect. He has multiple opportunities in big organizations around the world as well. So he comes with that experience. Shrikant, on the other hand, he's an extremely durable guy. He has no quit in him, so you're not going to see him give up very easily, which makes it very exciting. In the main event, we are introducing our first ever welterweight title. We have Seth from India, who's taking on a really tough opponent from Kyrgyzstan called Darkhanbev.
Right.
Did I say that right? Okay. Seth, he's been part of Matrix Fight Night for a long time now, since the very beginning.
Yes.
And we've seen him, grow with each one of his fights. And he as well has this new sense of confidence that I didn't see from him in the initial days. So I believe, more than just the physicality in the sport, the mental game is what can win you a fight. And his opponent from Kyrgyzstan, he's a massive challenge because he's a finisher. So he comes with a record of 10 wins and 1 loss. And all his wins are finishes, not just on the ground, so not just submissions, but knockouts too, which makes him pose a threat everywhere.
So we are back here in Delhi again. Do you like Delhi and Delhi people? What do you like most?
Absolutely love Delhi. In fact, I was just telling Krishna that this is the first time I've actually been able to go around the city a little bit, and I love the city. It's so beautiful. The roads are so broad and clean. So much greenery everywhere. I love it, and the food is so good. People are so friendly, and hospitality is amazing here.
Any more gyms will be opening soon for MFN, especially for fitness enthusiasts?
For MMA Matrix?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely. We're so blessed. Through the midst of COVID, we've been able to sustain, and not just sustain, but grow. We've just recently signed our 13th franchise.
Right.
And, there's so much scope in Delhi and so much passion for the sport in Delhi. I 100% see Delhi being in the near future.
Any special message for Indian fans?
Indian fans, please support MFN, please support MMA, support our incredible Indian fighters, encourage them to do the best to make a mark in the world, and keep India shining always.
And lastly, Krishna, any message for youngsters for fitness?
Yeah, I don't know if I might sound repetitive saying this, but I truly believe it. It's so important not to compare your journey to anyone else's. You are your biggest competition, as cheesy as that sounds. Consistency is key, so as long as you're doing something every single day to better yourself than you were yesterday, you're going to be one step closer to achieving your personal goals. So I'd say focus inward and focus on your journey.